Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a Q&A, which you asked the Q's, I've got the A's. I put out a little question box on my Instagram, giving you the opportunity to ask me anything, and we're gonna go for it. I got some pretty wild questions here, so you're gonna wanna stick around. It's just me spitballing, maybe a little chance to learn something new, not so new. I don't know. Let's get into it. Question number one, let's start it off nice and light. What did you think of Taylor's podcast? Love that you called it Taylor's podcast, for starters. New Heights, I watched it last night. Unreal. I was sat. There was so much information that she gave us. I feel like the Queen is just so protective of her peace and what she kind of lets the world know, but I felt like we got to see so much more of Travis and Taylor's relationship, as well as just like inside knowledge. You know, she never does interviews, she doesn't have to. She was also like going in depth about like making sourdough, and
the sourdough's taken over my life in a huge way. I'm really talking about bread 60% of the time.
Him like watching video games, and I was just like, you just don't compute that she lives a normal life. Like in my head, I feel like she's just like constantly on the road and like doing things, but like the Eras tour is over, so your girl is not so booked and busy, and she's just at home being a little trad wife. Making her sourdough starters and bringing it over to Jason Kelsey's house for the kids to eat. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason, in my head, I just feel like she is this idolized queen who doesn't bake, doesn't cook, even though she's said many times that she does love to cook. It's just like, I imagine her like eating on the road all the time and like having a personal chef, because obviously it's Taylor Swift, she can do what she wants, she's got the means. But I kept like looking at Jen because we watched it on the big screen, and I just kept being like, this can't be real. Anyway, 10 out of 10, loved. Loved, loved, loved. Wish she would start her own podcast, because I mean, did we even really need Travis and Jason there? No, we did not. Question number two. I haven't seen any house updates. Are you still building? Good question. Not sure if you've ever built a house before, because I sure as hell haven't, but things are just taking so long. Yeah. Anytime anyone asks me that, I'm like, let's not talk about it, okay? Because it's been a long time coming. Our land is clear, which is fun. The footings have been dug, which is, again, new to me. I had to get Travis to explain what that even meant. Hoping to lay the foundation the next few weeks, but like we've been saying that the last few weeks, the last few months, the last year. So that's all I have for you on updates there, but hopefully once the foundation has been laid, it'll go by quick. So random, but what brand Stand Up Paddleboard do you have? Okay, so the brand that I have is called iRocker Stand Up Paddleboard. Highly would recommend. I've gone out with friends and they've had different brands, and they're always like, super impressed, because the one that I have is like super easy to set up. It's got like an electric pump that comes with it. The bag is super cool. Turn it into a backpack, so it's really easy to carry, and the quality is just unreal. So like I went out with my friend Brooke, and no offense to hers, but I think she got it like on Amazon, and it was like deflated by the time we got back, and mine was party rocking. So it's called iRocker. I can link it in the description below. Planning to also get married in Italy. How has the process been so far? It's had its ups and downs. It's been fine. Language barrier has been kind of interesting, as well as like we're living on Italian time, so like this whole summer, for example, it's been really hard to get in touch with vendors and live a very different life. So on top of that, they keep getting back to me being like, it's wedding season, it's crazy busy, like I'll get back to you in October. I'm like, it's wedding season here too, you can still reply to an email. I don't know if I sound like the Wicked Witch of the West, but it's a little frustrating when you are trying to coordinate things. Like back in June I started this, and I'm still having like my DJ, for example, being like, I'll get back to you in October or November when wedding season's over. It's like, dude, just answer your email, give me pricing, whatever the question is, just answer it. Like, and the thing is, they'll reply weeks later, mind you, being like, we appreciate your patience, but we'll get back. It's like, you could have just sent the email or the quote along with that email rather than wasting your time sending the we appreciate your patience, we'll get back to you at this date or time. Like, anyway, it's been fine. Still looking for a makeup artist, so if anybody knows any that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So many have quoted me like thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm like, it's literally just me that needs makeup, and just for one day. So I'm contemplating doing my own at this point. Next question. Are you going back to Florida? That is a good question. We are going to be like in the depths of building our house come the winter, so I would personally love to go back to Florida. Travis, however, is building our house, so TBD, but I say yes. I will be back. I'll figure it out. I'll find a way. What is your current gym split? I'm currently doing 2 lower body days, 2 upper body days, so I do glutes and hams. I do chest, shoulders, triceps, we've got back and bis, and then my 4th day is quad focused. And then I also do Pilates twice a week, hot Pilates, subtle plug if you want to come. There's a few left. I will link that as well in the description box. And then I coach boot camp. I try and get like 10 to 12K steps a day. It's kind of where I'm at. Would you ever move away again, or are you happy staying? Kind of vague. I've moved to like quite a few different places. I lived in Australia for a hot minute. I don't know if they're referring to Florida here, but would 100% move to Florida. If you know how I can get my US citizenship, please let me know, because I am out of days for 2025. Do you meal prep? And I'm also wondering if you do meal plans for clients. I personally used to meal prep, but like the thought of eating out of a container, Tupperware, whatever, kind of grosses me out these days. So sometimes I'll like batch cook like a bunch of chicken. For example, I'll throw like 10 breasts on the barbecue and like have meat ready for the week to just like grab and go. But I don't typically like have meals ready. But I do like batch cooking meats, and then like I find veggies just get so soggy, but I also will batch cook like rice or potatoes and just have that to heat up on the go. As for doing meal plans for clients, I am not a registered dietitian or nutritionist. I always say that up front. For my personal training clients, I do give them guidance on macros based on weight, height, age, activity level, things like that, but I always am super upfront in saying I am not a certified dietitian, nutritionist, licensed to give any type of like meal plan. There's so many people on the internet that will do that, and that's just against my morals. So again, nutrition guidance helps suggestions, but we'll never give you a meal plan. And if somebody who isn't certified does, like, that's a big red flag. So what's a typical day for you right now? Are you doing social media full time? I am doing social media for the most part. I have like clients that I manage their social media for, so that involves me going out to like job sites and getting content and then coming home and editing it. That also includes coming up with captions and hashtags and all of that good stuff. So I have those clients, and then I also have personal training clients. I do up structured workout plans for them to follow. We do weekly check-ins, personalized programming, and so multiple streams of income right now. I also coach outdoor boot camp in Victoria Park Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then hot Pilates Monday, Wednesdays. I also have some like brand partnerships and things that bring income, but that's where I'm at with work, and it's a lot to juggle up here. How's it back being in Nova Scotia? I miss my friends from Florida. I miss the sunshine, I miss the constant heat. It's been hot in Nova Scotia, I can't complain. We honestly need rain, as you all know. Literally, the forest is closed here. I just miss waking up and like going for my morning walks. Kind of like got out of the good routine that I was in when I was living there. So I miss that aspect. I could definitely get back into it, but the way of living and just like stepping outside and feeling that like blast of heat I miss. It's just like a different type of heat here. At night, I'm always just so cold here. I miss those like hot summer nights. I also feel like I miss living really close to the beach. We were like 15 minutes away from a Gorgina beach, which meant that we were watching like the sunset every second night and just like enjoying the little things a little bit more, which were just like so much more accessible. If I wanted to go to the beach right now, I would pack up and drive 45 minutes to an hour away, and once you get there, the weather can be unpredictable. But yeah, I do miss Florida, I will say that. I will answer one more because I don't want this to be too lengthy. What is your morning routine like? Okay, let's do it. I wake up. I will say I'm struggling to be a morning, no, I'm always gonna be a morning girly. I take that back. I'm struggling to be like my typical 5 a.m. morning girly. I'm experiencing like a lot of fatigue lately, and this has been going on for like months now. But I have been sleeping until like 6, sometimes 7 even. I typically hit the gym right away, or I'll walk on my walking pad for a bit and like answer emails, anything that I need to do to get caught up and kind of plan out my day. I want to backtrack a little bit. I have gotten into the terrible habit again of, I broke this habit a long time ago, but I've started to like look at my phone first thing, and I hate that. So this is just like so random, but I just bought the brick, which basically if you like stick it to a fridge or like some type of surface, and it like completely blocks any apps or things that you don't want to use. So I'm really excited to start using that. I know you're like, you can just set time limits on your phone. Yeah, you can, but you can also hit ignore. And so I am hoping that that helps with my phone addiction, because I am spending way too much time. Literally, this just popped up. That's so funny. I'm at my time limit for the day. Ironic. But I am spending like way too much time on social media, just doom scrolling and rotting my brain, and I don't want to be that type of person. So the reason why I'm backtracking right now is because my morning routine can sometimes look like glancing at my phone and getting overwhelmed with emails or work that I have to do, people that I need to get back to. But trying to break that habit, going downstairs, getting my bone broth protein, I hop on the treadmill, answer emails, do that sort of thing, get caught up, plan out my day, go to the gym. And after my workout, I typically come back, eat breakfast, and start my day. Like I said, I've got clients that I've been dealing with, both personal training as well as social media content, and so I plan it out that way, whether that's like a reel that I need to get done. I basically just make a list of things that I need to do, programming that I need to complete, all that good stuff, and then I get to it. I usually work until about 4 or 5, which can be hard if you're on your own clock trying to keep yourself accountable and actually be productive. But I feel like I've been my own boss long enough that I've got good systems in place. And then I get ready and program for boot camp or Pilates, whatever I have that evening. That takes about like 20-30 minutes. We get packed up and I hit the road. I get set up for whatever class I have that night. Sometimes when I'm in the park, it can take like 20-30 minutes to lay out all the equipment and get ready. And the drive there is about 15-20. Coach from 6 to 7 in the evening, come home. My lovely fiance Travis typically makes supper on weeknights because otherwise we're not eating till like 8 or 9. I'll eat dinner and then clean up, maybe go for a walk, maybe watch Big Brother. I've been in a reading slump, but typically I would like read if I don't have a show that I'm watching or invested in. I'll read and then hit the hay. I don't think I'm missing anything, but that's what a typical day looks like. Thank you so much for joining on this vlog. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, like, all of the things. Love ya!